Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridget. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's the red button. And if you hit on the bell sign, you get notification every single time I post a video. So the story I want to share with you guys today, actually I recorded a few days ago, and I was just going to share with you guys, especially the ladies out there, the dangers of a lot of what I will call predators who are out there, mostly scammers who've left dating sites, and they are now using social media to defraud women, lonely single women, other women who are lonely in their marriages, widows, women who are separated, or whatever their marital status is. And I've recorded that video. I was going to share it with you guys. Then I saw this kind of correlates with that story that I was going to share. And this one is even more horrifying. It happened in Nigeria. The story is about a 55-year-old mother of 5 children. Her name is Janet Ogbonaya, who met a guy on Facebook in Nigeria, and she was living in a place called Gwagwalada, which is in the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. So she met this guy on Facebook, and the guy invited her over after obviously having an online relationship with him to his house. And what he decided to do was to get his 2 brothers to attack this woman. What they did was to give her a yogurt that was laced with drugs. And that yogurt that she drank, after she finished drinking the yogurt, she just gave up. And they finished her up by burying her in a septic tank in their house there in Abuja. Thereafter, these 3 brothers of the same parents decided to use her phone to call her family to ask for a 5 million naira ransom from her family. And then took her car, which is a Toyota Highlander car, and took it to a mechanic village to change the color, took the document and forcefully changed the name on the document, and then they escaped to their hometown in Imo State. That's where the brothers are from. They escaped to Imo State. And the police now investigating after a member of her family, this Janet, who is a widow and a mother of 5 children. They didn't see her after a few days. They went to the police to complain, obviously, that they can't find their mother. And then they started investigating, and that was when the police followed it up, and these people were caught all the way in Imo State. I mean, you can see from the images, these 3 brothers, what I don't really understand is how 3 people who are related by blood can have the same evil mind. One of them did not even discourage the other one to say, let's not do this. This is not good. But the 3 of them decided to agree to do the same thing. And why did they do it? Because of a car. Apparently, they confessed that the reason why they did it was because they wanted her Toyota Highlander car. Toyota Highlander, which is one of the very common car in Nigeria that they use. This is because of an ordinary car that these 3 brothers all at once put their heads together and decided to just take this woman's life because of a car. They didn't only just do it, they decided to dig somewhere on the ground in one of the houses where one of them used to own. And they buried this woman there, and then they decided to run. They ran to their hometown in the east, Imo State to be precise. And the story has it that they actually used their phone, the woman's phone, this 55-year-old Janet. They used her phone to call her family and demanded for 5 million naira ransom before they escaped. Now, the thing to take away from this, which is something that I shared in that video that I was telling you guys that I made before I saw this story, I'm still going to add it to this so you can see what I was kind of warning women about the dangers of meeting people online and defrauding you. But I mean, this is for people who live in Obodo, but in Nigeria or in Africa, you can see that they've even gone a step further. not only to defraud, but just to steal and, to ruin people's life, and going as far as killing. And this is not the first time this is happening. When I was Googling this, and I saw a lot of cases whereby Facebook lovers have done this. So be very, very careful about the people that you are meeting on Facebook. It is very, very dangerous, because you never know the intention or who these people really are. They can be quite dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. As you can see from the sad episode of this 55-year-old woman now, mother of 5 children, that was lured and just finished off by evil brothers just because of a car and demanding for ransom. Today, I want to share with you guys about how fraudsters are targeting lonely women, especially women who are married but lonely in their marriages. Single women generally, but specifically their main targets are lonely women who their marriage, they are married by name, by status, by paper, but in reality they are extremely lonely in real life, and looking for any kind of affection or somebody that can show them love and affection out there. And because of that vulnerability, they become targets for this very devious social media fraudsters. I think I did a video about it one time a couple of years ago, where I was talking about how this woman fell a victim in Nigeria. Somebody told me the story and I shared with you guys, and this woman in Nigeria became a victim of social media, a fraudster who came on social media and started talking to this woman. They became friends and got her, I don't know how he managed to get her nude pictures. She sent nude pictures, and at the end of the day he started blackmailing her. The story, I will find that video and pin it somewhere. It's on my channel. But this one is not even about blackmailing now. It's about, just playing on your emotional, your emotional weakness. So it happened to 2 people. 2 people spoke to me about it that it happened to. And the story, they are their modus, what they call it, modus operandi is the same. Modus operandi is the same. What they do normally, it will be on social media like, Instagram or Facebook. Facebook is their #1 place where they operate. If you're on Facebook and you see somebody you don't know, random person will just send you email and say, hi, oh, you look gorgeous. For a woman that is very deprived of attention, deprived of, anybody ever complimenting her, you are tempted to reply to that kind of a message. If you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage where you never get any compliment, there's no kind of, emotional satisfaction. Nobody, your partner or your husband never praises you or ever says anything nice about you. You will be vulnerable. You will not even understand the nature of your vulnerability until you fall. I'm telling you, you can say, oh, God forbid, I can just see the comments on this video before I post it. Women coming on to say, it can never happen to me. It can happen to anybody. But you never know until it happens to you. And it doesn't always come as if, they are coming to dupe you. They have their tricks. They know their ways. So, this is the story. This lady was on social media and this guy slipped into her DM and started saying hello. And the mistake what she made was that she responded. If you don't know anybody and he starts saying hello to you, just delete it quickly. Don't respond. It's very, very dangerous. Because that simple saying hello back, you never know where it can lead to. Oh, she said hello. He said, oh, I've been going through your profile. You look so beautiful. I like you. Your smile is beautiful. Started praising her as if she's the best thing that's happened since sliced bread. She too started smiling sheepishly now. She started smiling. I said, oh, thank you very much. And that's how they started communicating. Before you know, from chatting on social media, phone numbers exchange, WhatsApp, what else? Before you know, started chatting on WhatsApp. And again, this elaborate story of being this, being that. These people, I actually went to check one of the guys. I went to check their profile and I was shocked. If you see anybody on social media that always put, I am this, I work in this, I work in this, I work in this, social media is where people sell a fantasy. They sell a fantasy that is not even near their... It might be one tiny boy living in Ajegule or living in Mushin. But he will come to social media and paint it as if he works in oil and gas. He has this fantastic job and, They can even go as far as putting on that specific picture, because one of the ladies was telling me that she's actually sure that the pictures that this guy posted are not his actual picture. They are not. It's not the person, because the pictures. When I saw the pictures, the guy looks very distinguished, beautiful, very handsome man and everything. But it might just be pictures that they copied from somebody else's social media. This is social media era. Anybody that befriends you can take your pictures and go and post it somewhere. It doesn't mean that that person is the author. And hence why you have a lot of fake. You see celebrities coming out all the time to say, oh, this profile is not mine. They are duplicating my account. Somebody is faking my details to beg people for money, to scam people. That's to tell you that they cannot actually easily take other people's pictures and content and go and use it to scam. So because you see one handsome guy that's talking to you, it might not be that person. Anyway, let me digress. The guy, they start talking on social media, and he presented himself as somebody that is, he's doing well, he doesn't need anything, he's just looking for a woman. He's just looking for a woman to complete his life. He's got everything that he needs. He's got the house, he's got the car, he's got the money in the bank account, he's got the connection, he's got the friends, he's got the social status and everything. All he needs is that woman, and you are the one. You lonely housewife that is somewhere, managing every day, just getting by with all the pressures of life. You are the one that this guy is looking for. Poo, 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 poo. It's a lie. He wants to defraud you. He wants to defraud you. All he wants is to defraud you. Take it from me. Anyway, they start talking and everything. So she told me that one day the guy from nowhere, boom, just very early in the morning, just sent her a message and said, oh, babes, my mother. It's always the story of mother they bring. My mother, she fell in Nigeria. She has to do an operation, and I need money urgently. Maybe it's you that put on your social media that you have all this big job and everything. You mean you don't have $300 or £300, £500 that is needed for operation in Nigeria with all this big title that you have? It's not like they will bring one elaborate story why they cannot get the money immediately. I cannot remember the story that she told me that the guy told her, but it's one story about how he's hard on cash flow at the moment, and he just needs her to borrow. They won't say give me, they'll say borrow. I'll pay you back. Ironic way. Anytime you are talking to a social media person that you've never met in real life, you don't even know their location. They tell you they are in America. You don't even know if they are in Ajegule or they are in Ghana. Do not believe it. The next thing they will do is that my mother fell and needs operation. I need money. Please, can you send me so? I will pay it back. It's also irony. Once you send it, forget it. You're never going to get that money. So she said that she did contemplate to say, can this be true? Maybe this guy say he works in one big company. He works in oil and gas. He has this. His profile looks like a big boy. How come he's looking for £500? Ordinary, he's looking for ordinary £500. You mean he doesn't have £500? I said, please don't tell me you sent it. She said, Bridget, I'm not going to lie to you. I did. I sent it. Because what they tend to do, and I don't blame her, I really don't. It's easy for you to judge. Until it happens to you, you don't know. What they do is that they set you up in a way that you feel emotionally connected to them. So when they come with this story of my mother has fallen or something has happened to my mother, you now feel as if it's your own mother. You'll be feeling like it's your own mother. Oh, something happened to your mother. Or they can say they are kidnapped. Some of them will come and say, oh, I went to Nigeria, I was kidnapped. If you don't send money, they are going to kill me. It's a lie. There's no length that these fraudsters will not go to make vulnerable women part with their money. They do it to multiple women. They are on their laptops, on their mobile phone 24 hours a day, chatting with multiple women, to defraud. They used to do it to only Caucasian women, but now they start doing it to African women, Nigerian women too. Yes, they will do it to you. You will be shocked that it's fraud, but it is happening. So she sent the money to him. He collected it. Oh, thanks, babes. This, that. And then she started, and they were still talking. And, after a few days, she now started saying, you said 3 days later, you pay the money. What about the money you say you pay? This guy was not talking about the money again. No. he brought another story that he started talking about. But you say you're going to pay the money. Before you know, when she started getting, the gist of the matter that this is fraud, what did he do? He blocked her. So she reported his page. She said she reported his page on Instagram, but he has multiple pages, because when she told me and I went to check, I saw a page with the name she gave me. I saw a page, but she told me that it's not the original page that the guy used to, defraud her. So that means he has different pages with the same pictures, different names, different profile, just to defraud women. And then she said when she started talking to another friend, a mutual friend, because she what I forgot to add at the beginning of the story is that she said the reason why she agreed to even chat with him was the fact that he was already following one of her friends. That's what they usually do. They will be following a friend who you know. So you feel comfortable that, okay, if you know this my friend, then you are safe. I can be your friend. It was when the whole thing happened that she started talking to this same friend that she felt comfortable to accept a friendship because he was following the friend. That friend now told her to that way, I'm not going to lie to you, it happened to me too. This boy set me up and defrauded me. He asked me for money. After we finished talking for weeks, he was telling me how much he loves me, how much we are going to be together, blah, 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 blah. I was already planning a trip. He said he was in America, he was this, he was in the military. All his lies that she too, as hard as she thought she was, she parted with money. That's when they started, trading stories about how he's the same guy that defrauded them. So the moral of the story is that if you're out there talking to strangers online, men, vulnerable women, they are targeting. How they do their fraud these days is they are looking for lonely hearts. Lonely hearts that's very receptive to love. They know the right thing to say to you. They will text you first thing in the morning. Very early in the morning, they will text you, hello, baby, good morning. Did you sleep well? I hope you had a good night. Irony. Now walk. They are walking you. They are setting you up. And you two now, your mom will be feeling like, oh, this guy cares so much. Look at how many times he's texting me a day. He has asked me in the morning if I slept. Is a lie. Is the money he wants to collect from you. And once he says, my mother fell, or I was kidnapped in Nigeria, or something happened, irony, do not send money to somebody you have never met, no matter the story that they put down. And you know what? Before I end this, I'm just going to add that I believe very strongly that these guys, they use an element of African juju to get this money, because it's not easy for you to just ask somebody you've never met for money, and the person, will be racing to go and get that money. I know I've said this before, and a lot of you disagreed, and you say, oh, you don't believe. Whether you believe it or not, I'm saying my personal opinion that all these boys that do for one night, that are dating lonely women on social media. This one is not dating site though. I'm talking about mainstream social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, number one. Before they ask you for money, they would use some voodoo, so that when they ask you for that money, until you give them, you don't have peace. So you will not even know the time you will part with the money until you giving them the money, before your eye will not be clear. Wait, I've given this money, K. I don't know this guy. This number, he can change it. He can block me on Instagram or on Facebook. How will I contact him? I don't know his friends. I don't know his home address. I don't know his parents. I don't know his family home. Your money is gone. There's nobody you can cry to. And the reason why they target lonely married women is because they know that those women will not be able to tell anybody. They will be ashamed. They will be very ashamed to say anything, because it's a secret. This is what they are doing secretly. And that's why they target you. If they check your profile, they see you are married. And they see that, okay, maybe let me try. They will try. They will try. And if you dare respond to them, that's it. That is onotongba wole. They will just enter into you, and before you know, relationship will be formed. And the next thing you know, you think you are in love or in lust, because they will definitely make you fall in lust. They know all the right things to say. And women, our mumu button is just to hear the right thing. Once a guy says, oh, you look gorgeous, oh, I can't wait to see you, I can't do this, they start telling you all the rubbish that you are yearning to hear, you fall. So I'm just putting it out there to warn women again. This is the second video I'm doing about this topic. Whether you are married and lonely, single, divorced, separated, whatever your marital status is, be very, very careful. talking to strangers that you don't know on social media. I'm not talking about dating website. This is social media, because a lot of fraudsters are now on social media targeting lonely hearts to defraud you. Be warned. And as you know, they say to be forewarned is to be forearmed. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any story like this, even if you are ashamed to put the story on the comment section, send me an email. I like to hear from as many people who've had experiences of being duped or being being played on social media, and people just collecting money from them illegally on social media. People they start talking to that they don't know. Send me an email. My email address is on the description box. And I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.